Welcome to Modern Musings, conversations with the maiden, mother, and crone, looking at ourselves and the world through the lens of the 21st century. Hey everyone, we have a special recording session for you guys. Oh, by the way, I'm Amber Garvin, and I'm here with my co-host, Kristen Hessler. And Cindy Murray.
Hi.
And if you can't tell, we are not in our usual studio. We are recording, beep beep, on location from Marfa, Texas. And we're
really
actually
can't hear that.
Right? That would be funny. We are recording
There's
from...
a train going by, in case you can't.
We're recording from Marfa, Texas, and we're actually camping or glamping in a teepee right now.
And it's so awesome, even though it's wet.
Yeah, we're staying in, the place is called El Cosmico, and they have yurts, teepees, other kind of
trailers,
yes.
Oh, little cute trailers. Like, they have them all painted up and stuff.
They're very cute.
And it's a really cute little camping ground. And there's actually some people camping in regular tents as well.
Yes. So we're out here having an adventure as we've taken over Amber's podcast.
Yeah, and it's been nice and rainy, nice and pretty. We got to go see a lot of cool stuff, like the Marfa lights and the Prada Marfa. And we saw what did we see? A blimp?
Oh, yeah, that was a, it's on the border patrol.
Tethered aerial surveillance.
Mm-hmm. Something or
another. We will put the link on the podcast, heard it on the podcast. But
yeah. So we're doing a lot of cool stuff. We've got some cool future podcasts planned as well, and some blogs about our trip coming up as well.
Yes, absolutely.
And so, well, while we're out here in nature, and we've been in nature all day, we went up into the mountains and stuff, drove through the valley, we wanted to talk about spirit animals. And if you don't know what a spirit animal is, in certain indigenous traditions, spirit animals are a spirit that helps guide or protect a person on a specific journey. They can present themselves to us in whatever way we are willing to see them, and you may connect with yours through the face of a familiar animal. So we're going to talk about spirit animals and maybe some techniques to discover your spirit animal.
Yeah. Seems totally appropriate for sleeping in a teepee, right?
Right, yes.
I'm kind of excited. It was just very fitting, yes.
Yes. So, Cindy and Kristen, do y'all have, like, any kind of idea what your spirit animal is? How are you feeling about that?
It's really kind of funny, because when we started talking about that, I was like, well, how do you know what your spirit animal is, Because I don't know. Now, I know people who know me know that I have a certain fondness for llamas. When they started becoming kind of popular in pop culture, I somehow wound up collecting some. And I love them because I think they're just so cute. So, in a way, I think that's part of my spirit animal, because I have one it's a little Thai Beanie Baby llama, and he sits in my car, and it's to remind me no drama llama, so that I don't get mad in traffic, and there goes another train, and so I relate to that. It's not really my spirit animal, but in a lot of ways, I relate to that idea. And in some ways,
well,
I've learned things about spirit animals I've learned things about llamas that kind of relate in the way a spirit animal would relate, because they're kind of soft and cuddly and fun until they're not, and then they spit.
Right.
So that's kind of me in a nutshell. I'm really good until you piss me off, and then I'm really a bad girl. So
Well, see, that is the first step to discovering your spirit animal, is to pay attention to the imagery around you, like what you are drawn to. Maybe symbols that are passed down in your family that represent animals. I know that, like, birds have always been a big thing in my family, good and bad.
Oh, yeah.
So I have always had an affinity for birds.
My dad was that way with Coyote. And actually, it kind of branched out into the Wile E. Coyote of cartoon fame. But that was like his call signs when he did CBs and all kinds of things like that. So that was a very common one in our family, like that. But other than, I mean, like, in taking it on a more serious journey to figure out my spirit animal, I have not taken that route yet until the other day, and I was kind of playing around online, just kind of looking to answer for myself, how do you find out what your spirit animal is? And I read a lot of the same kind of things you did, that just pay attention to what pops up. If
or if you have a dream about a certain animal,
animals, or if certain animals tend to approach you, a lot, like squirrels come up to you and or things like that. So
then mine would probably be a cat, since I have a lot of cats.
Yeah. So that, I don't know that I've had any encounters like that, except for that somehow I wound up in this collecting of llamas, and I kind of include alpacas in that too, because we've had a lot of encounters with llamas and alpacas over the last few years, and it was kind of random and odd. And so I have little artwork things hanging in my studio and stuff like that, and it's just a reminder to not let the drama get to me, which is something I'm trying to learn, and then and also just to not spit.
Nice.
What about you, Kristen?
Well, I actually have always wondered what my spirit animal is, and I haven't ever, pinned one down. I have always loved Pegasus and unicorns, though.
Oh, yes, you have.
I've always
yes.
loved them, and I've always loved butterflies. And, so I always wonder if maybe those were...
I saw a lot of stuff about butterflies being a spirit animal.
Yeah, they're very, symbolic of transformations and development. Butterflies are adaptable, and they approach changes with ease and grace.
I don't know about that for me, but maybe that's why they're my spirit animal, because I don't handle change with grace. I actually, I think we had talked about this on the Oracle deck episode that we did a while back.
Yeah.
I have a deck by Philip and Stephanie Cargom. It's called The Druid Animal Oracle, working with the sacred animals of the Druid tradition. And this one has a really nice breakdown of those spirit guides, spirit animals, and when they come to you, what they may represent, in those aspects. And And I liked reading, kind of like the profiles for each one, and imagining like how I could use that in my life. And then I also have a book published by Llewellyn. It's called Little Book of Spirit Animals by Melissa Alvarez. And this one has even more animals. There's probably over 100 animals in here. I mean, there's termite and tick.
Oh, wow.
And, all kinds of bizarre animals. There's even some, like, the unicorn and stuff that are, like, Loch Ness monsters in there, too. So, maybe some more unique animals that are not just, the mainstream, snake, rabbit, cow, seahorse,
Right.
And so I do randomly flip through that one because each animal has its own page. It is a really small book. It's only like 4 by 6 inches. But it's pretty thick. And so I'll just randomly pick it and like thumb through. They say that there's like some little meditations that you can do to, invite your spirit guide to introduce themselves to your spirit animal or spirit guide. I think of them as one and the same in a lot of sense.
They're just an animal variety of
right.
Spirit
It's
guide,
a manifestation in an animal form. Right. And a lot of people say that like whenever your spirit guide is trying to talk to you, they will manifest in an animal. You'll see that motif in your life. Maybe not necessarily like in real life. Like obviously I'm not going to see a real living unicorn, but I might see that motif in places I'm least expecting it or when I need it.
Which was like with me with the llamas, I first started seeing the llamas when I first started dealing with my mother and her dementia and some of those things, and trying to not let myself be pulled into the drama, but just stay calm and take care of business, and so I can kind of see that.
I wonder what if anyone ever feels like absolutely only this animal is their spirit animal.
Oh yeah,
or,
the only one, or are there others, or do they
come and go
in your time?
I feel like they do come and go. Because when I was a kid and we raised rabbits, I had a lot of like rabbit motifs in my life, and I loved rabbits.
My son
and
had a rabbit
everything,
thing.
and like there was a big phase of rabbits. And now I don't really feel that affinity towards rabbits anymore. And then I also went through a phase of life where I still like them, liked owls. And I collected everything owl. But now, like, I'm really, not on the owl. My spirit guide currently, or the motif that's always recurring in my life is the raven. Not just because of the poem and Edgar Allan Poe, but it is just something that has been around in the last couple of years. But then also I have a lot of cats, so there's also the cat motif in my life.
Yeah, I could see that very much. Yeah.
So
I mentioned that I had done some research, and I found a little website, and I'm trying to find it again. It's called spiritanimal.info. I will link that on. Heard it on the podcast, and the first time I did the quiz, I wound up getting the snake, and I immediately out of hand rejected that idea, and Kristen and I were talking about that, and because of that was probably because of my Christian upbringing and the connotations of the snake being sneaky and evil or whatever, and but there are also some points that that Kristen mentioned that were also mentioned in the description of the snake, like a snake shedding its skin being a motif for transformation, growth and things like that. And that in some ways is very much me at this point in my life, because I am actively seeking to grow and transform myself in certain ways. And so I can see where that would be, appropriate, I guess, is what I'm looking for. I don't know how accurate this little test is, and obviously it's just a little internet quiz. I did it a second time, and I actually got the tiger, and the tiger's emphasis is on raw feelings and emotions, and they represent primal instincts, unpredictability, and the ability to trust yourself. You may enjoy dealing with life matters spontaneously, trusting your intuition, and acting fast when needed. And that I absolutely do not. I do not. I'm not a spontaneous person. I do not do things without planning it very carefully. I'm very much a stickler for schedules and routines and plans. So I'm not sure what question I answered in there that led it towards that, but I absolutely do not relate to that one at all. Maybe that's why it came up. Maybe that's one that I need to learn from. I need to learn to be more spontaneous and to kind of fly by the seat of my pants, which is a very uncomfortable position for me. So.
Yeah, same thing. Like the Pegasus. When you think of Pegasus, they're really beautiful, regal. They're pure, right? They're innocent. They're gentle, and they have grace. And so, like the Pegasus, that one, I don't relate to that at all. I'm not gentle, nor do I have any grace. I'm very sloppy, and I'm stumble.
Well, that's not necessarily true either, though, because you took ballet, and you were a very graceful ballerina.
I know how to be graceful, but that doesn't mean that I am graceful.
Okay.
So, and that's where I say, like, yeah, I could see where, like, maybe when I see the Pegasus, it's just, a little reminder,
right?
Like,
Maybe so. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I was looking up the meaning of, like, and symbolism of the raven.
Uh-huh.
And the raven is like a spiritual protector. Let's see, baby. They have very complex and interesting qualities, higher intuition and intelligence. The raven often pops up in transitional periods of your life, and that's definitely what I'm going through right now. Is a transitional period. They also represent psychic abilities, visions, people that recognize different energies around, different vibrations. So, like, it represents change, and I've been going through a lot of change in my life, so I can see how it is very prevalent in my life right now.
So,
cool.
Did one of you say you took a quiz?
Yes, that was me. I did a quiz online at, let me look at that name, spiritanimal.info.
I wonder if that's the website I've been on before. It has like a long list, and it looks very familiar.
like that.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yes, I've been to that one. They have like 100 animals listed on their website too.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of like looking at the book but not buying the book.
There's another one
Yeah.
that you can go to called spiritanimals.org.
Oh, okay.
And they have different like ways, like you can even like look up specific spirit animals for your birthday, like your birth date.
Oh, that's interesting.
And mine is the starfish, and I do love stars.
Oh, that makes sense because, you know, the, like, numerology, right? Your birth date has a, you know, number that it's assigned to, and there's also animals and things as well.
Yeah, Kristen, yours is the hamster.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I do feel like I spin my wheels a lot.
Okay, so what is mine?
Okay, Cindy, what's your specific birthday? Okay. Yours is the zebra.
Oh!
No way!
Wow! Okay, so the crazy thing about this, when we were talking about colors and color theory and stuff, and we were actually talking about this during a Zoom call with my craft friends the other day, and my in my early 20s, when I was a single mom, I had this love for contemporary modern furniture, you know, like the Swedish furniture and things like that. And or maybe we talked about that on maybe that was the blog about home decor, I can't remember, or the podcast about home decor. But I had this love for black and white, stark black, white, very functional pieces and things like that, and zebra print. And I loved zebra print. And so that's really funny that
You even dressed up as a zebra for Halloween.
I did. In fact, I posted that on one of my crafty neighbor blogs about
Halloween costumes.
Yes, homemade Halloween costumes. I was head to toe, face paint, the whole 9 yards. The whole day went by and people didn't know who I was at work. So
They didn't know you were Cindy.
Yes.
Because you look so much like a zebra.
Yes.
That's so crazy.
it was very fun.
So what's the hamster one though? Like,
Oh, let me look. Oh, it does not. The hamster is not clickable. For some reason.
I am not clickable.
Yeah.
No access.
Yeah,
That's very
you're like,
true. I keep my walls up. And I spin my wheels regularly.
I don't know. Is there a hamster in your little book,
And
Kristen?
I drink water one drop at a time. I bet there is.
Book there.
Is there an index for these? There's one in here that I
They're
keep
not
looking
alphabetical?
at. No, they're based on
Themes.
the type of.
But zebras, going back to zebras while Kristen's looking hers up, zebras represent individuality because not like I know zebras all look alike, but each stripe is
very
different.
They are very different.
So each stripe has a different pattern if you look at them up close. So having zebra as a spirit animal means that you need to embrace your true self and your differences from others.
Well, and I do that. I think I feel I'm quite unique.
There's no hamster in this book. What's the other one? Gerbil? I don't think there was gerbil.
No, gerbils
either.
are not the same as a hamster.
Yeah.
Well, darn.
Maybe rodent. But then a lot of things
They
follow.
got daddy long legs. Ugh.
Ew.
So no hamster, but there's daddy
And
long
ticks.
legs.
Yes.
And ticks.
And termites.
Yeah, I know, right?
So apparently you can have a daddy long legs as your spirit animal, but you can't have a hamster, according to Llewellyn.
I'm trying to look and see if I can find
Coral.
one here. A what?
Coral.
You can have coral.
Oh, yeah, because coral is a living organism.
Oh,
Yes.
because it's not a plant.
It's not a plant, no.
You're right. Ooh, there's
The-
cockroach,
Ew, gross.
cobra,
Cockroaches.
chipmunk, clam.
Although cockroach could probably represent your ability to make it through all problems and survive.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Catfish.
Hamsters are highly
got it.
energetic.
They're so cute.
They are. Your totem is the hamster. You too have an intense, fiery, artistic nature that just never gets taken seriously. Interesting. Now you are fiery. You are definitely fiery, and you're definitely artistic. And sometimes you're a little intense.
And it doesn't say that others aren't taking it seriously. It just says it's not taken seriously. Maybe I don't take my artistic abilities seriously.
People with the
That's true.
hamster totem animal are highly energetic. There you go, spinning your little wheel there. If you go out with them for a night on the town, be ready to keep going until dawn.
What time is it, y'all?
Very, very late.
Very late.
Yes. That's interesting. That is very, very, very interesting.
Hamster, huh?
And this is-
I love the hamster commercials too.
Oh, in the cars? The
Yes.
Kia
I
Souls?
was just thinking this. So do da dippity.
Anyways.
And the hamster dance, right?
Yeah. And that's a
I miss that. That was dumb and fun.
You're right. Wow.
And annoying. It was a really great way to
Yes.
annoy people. Oh, all right. That was funny.
I want to know what everybody else's
I know,
spirit
right?
animals are.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do too. Do you have a spirit animal? Share it with us.
Yeah. Follow us on our Facebook group, MMC Chat, and comment on our blogs. Let us know what your animal totem is. Do you dream about a certain animal? Does your family have an animal representation? And let us know. Check out the websites we provide and let us know what your spirit animal is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and if you've been to Marfa, we would love to know what your thoughts are on Marfa.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
check
Did
out
you
our
like
blogs. We'll have some interesting comments on our little trip.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And if you're ever looking to stay in a teepee, hit up El Cosmico in Marfa, Texas.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
So, what are we talking about next week?
I don't know. We're out of order. Hold on.
That was Adeline Amber asking questions no one knows the answers to.
That's the question we always ask.
Produce in season.
I was like, corn recipe?
30
Yeah.
Yep.
Produce in season. Oh, right, because September. We're, hitting,
Oh, yeah.
The end of summer and
Eat
all
your
the-
veggies.
Oh, yeah. Or fruit. Yes.
Yeah, eat your fruits and veggies. Something that I need to do more of.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
so
Looking forward to it.
produce
Yeah.
in season. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, check us out and check out our next podcast and blogs.
And blogs.
Produce in season. And we'll be at you with another on location podcast coming soon. What else? So we'd like to thank Cake Mix Studios
Yes.
and Creative Audio Tech.
Yeah, especially for this episode in particular, we're using some very special equipment so
Yes.
that we wouldn't
some,
have to...
Some more portable recorder. Yeah. And
Yeah.
so that's, if you hear a little bit different sound quality than what you're used to, That's why, because we're using a portable field recorder, and it's probably picking up all the highway noises out behind us.
Or it's not, and you're wondering why the heck we were
keep
saying
talking
beep beep
about it.
honk
Yes.
honk.
Yes.
Well, we can hear it.
We can hear it. It's pretty loud. In fact, I'm probably going to have to use earbuds
In this teepee,
in
right?
this teepee so that we can sleep. But the fan kind of helps too. We had to turn the fan off so we could record. But but it's a fun experience being in the teepee. Fun experience being here in Marfa so far, and we look forward to sharing
we
that.
are that you mentioned another location we would be recording. We are going to be staying in a haunted hotel soon.
Yes.
Yes.
And so we will be recording an episode there. So
that is
definitely be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, be on the lookout for that.
Comes out in
episode.
October.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about horror movies
That'll
in
be
a haunted
fun.
hotel.
At a haunted hotel. And Cindy will be going, "You're going to make me not sleep tonight."
Red rum.
Red rum,
But
red
you know
rum.
what? I that one didn't scare me. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I didn't used to be scared. I used to love Stephen King too. So I read all those books when I was in junior high. So yeah.
I remember watching like all of those movies when I was a kid, and I would be sitting in my mom's lap, and then like something bad would happen, and I would sit behind her recliner and poke my head around and watch the TV.
Well, we'll have some fun things to talk about then on that podcast. Yep.
All
All
right.
right. Well, we will not see you, but
Hope to hear from you soon.
hear from you
Hear
soon.
from you
Yes.
soon. Yes.
Bye.
Bye.